Hello and welcome to the very first video of Raftaar series of CA Final Audit, where we'll be covering one concept in max 5 to 6 minutes. But listen to me, it is Pragnesh Sir's experience with more than 12 years. So you will be getting full notes as well as the LMR questions with the analysis. Yes, within max 5 to 6 minutes. For very big concepts, we may go to max 10 minutes. That's it. All right. So first of all, you will have to like and subscribe to this video. This video will be recorded in 100% English as well as Hindi-English mix. And only after receiving 100 likes, I will go to the very next video and I will issue my other Raftar videos. So share it with your friends. You have no other option if you want such kind of interesting videos. SA 505 external confirmation. The moment you get a question on external confirmation, it is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 parts. First, meaning it has to be a direct written response to the auditor from confirming party, either in paper form, electronic form or other medium. Confirmation request, two types of confirmation request. One is positive confirmation request, second is negative confirmation request. Positive confirmation request is the direct written response to the auditor where the third party agrees or disagrees with the information provided in the request, or it is just a request to provide some information, whereas negative confirmation request is direct written response to the auditor only if confirming party disagrees with the information provided in the request. In a negative confirmation request, where we are asking third party to reply only if they disagree, the risk involved are: what if third party does not read, what if third party reads but does not reply because the disagreement is in the favor of third party, explained with the example over here. Achha, in positive confirmation request, where we are asking third party to reply whether they agree or disagree, again, what if they reply without verifying? We can insert blanks but in that case, what if it reduces the response rate? Now, when we want to obtain external confirmation, there is a confirmation procedure that there are 4 steps in that confirmation procedure. First, I have to determine the information required. I have to select the third party. I have to design the confirmation request and I have to send the confirmation request, including the follow-up request. The factors to be considered in designing the confirmation request, when I am designing the confirmation request, are MAL, M for management's authorization, A for assertion being verified, whether it is transaction balance, A for ability of third party to provide the requested information, and L for layout and presentation. Now, when it comes to management's authorization, what if management refuses to authorize the confirmation request? Then we have to see whether there is reasonable justification. Yes, then perform alternate procedures. After that, also if evidence is not available, then modify opinion. However, if there is no reasonable justification, then communication with TCWG as per SA 260. After that, also if limitation continues, then consider impact on opinion and impact on other aspects of audit. Alright, now when it comes to the last point, that is results of external confirmation, there are how many possible results? If you have sent a positive or negative confirmation request, if it is undelivered, then it is a non-response. However, if you have sent a positive or negative confirmation request and if it is delivered, response received, then we'll have to evaluate the reliability of the response. If there is no response to a positive confirmation request, then it is non-response. But no response to a negative confirmation request is not non-response, because we said reply only if you disagree. However, if it is delivered and response is received, evaluate the reliability of the response. If it is indirect response not coming from the original intended confirming party, already you have to evaluate this. If it is an unreliable response, then in that case, reassess ROMM, consider risk of fraud and the impact on nature, time, extent of further audit procedures. However, if it is a reliable response, then check whether there is a disagreement. If there is a disagreement, then perform additional procedures to investigate whether there is a misstatement or not. It is called as an exception. And without any exception, that means there is no disagreement, then no further action is required. Last minute revision questions, a very good question on negative confirmation request. Please read this question. You will see all the factors to be considered for negative confirmation request over here. However, there is one item which is an exceptional item. All right. In that exceptional item, you will have to send a positive request, and if the reply is not received, then perform alternate procedures. Over here, it is a listed company and there is a mixture of the concept of external confirmation and key audit matter, whereby management is refusing to send the allowing the auditor to send confirmation request. Then we have to see the reasons and everything. But if management continues to refuse, then we'll have to modify opinion. A key audit matter cannot substitute modify opinion. That concept is over here, very nicely linked with listed entity. So please practice this question. If you don't get the answer, then it is MTP December 25. My students have it in the question bank. This particular question is about receiving the response. We have to evaluate the reliability of the response. This is unreliable response, and for unreliable response, we will reassess ROMM, consider fraud risk and the impact on nature, time, extent of further audit procedures. So that was my Raftaar series for SA 505. Just go through the note. You will love these notes. All right, that is the final confidence that you need for SA 505. For more such videos, like, subscribe, comment. Only after 100 likes, next video is coming 5 minutes over. Thank you so much.